Hey guys, this is me, back on Essentially, and today I have brought a list for you guys to do as paper crafts if you are out of ideas or if you're just starting out or burned out of paper crafts, and this video might just happen to help you. So at number 5 in our list we have for burned out players or burned out craftsmen who just want some cool ideas to do. I have some paper masks. So paper masks are a good idea to strengthen your crafting skills. So let me just take you to my mask section. So as you can see, these are all the masks I have. The higher you get, the easier they are to make. So the bottom one, the Ghost Rider mask, that's one of my favorite and strongest one as well, because it covers the entire head and it was pretty hard to make while it was very fun as well. And then there's my Mark 1, Mark 4, Black Panther, and some more random masks. And that one just happened to be my second highest viewed video. So as you can see, most of these are pretty high on my channel, like they have really high views. That's because people really enjoy making masks, but there's a reason it is on the number 5 list because of that. These masks, if you don't use them very often, if you just leave them outside, they just happen to degrade. It might sound weird, but that's the case. Most of them just get too dirty, or just their tape gets less effective and they start to break apart. So that's why the masks are on the number 5 list, but they are still pretty fun to make, and you guys can try the masks which you might just use pretty often. And yeah, I have some more masks, so I'll just pretty quickly show it to you guys. So here's one. This one's Kaneki's the gold mask, and then I'll take you back that way. There's like 3 more back there. Okay, it's 2 more. There's one Iron Man mask that I made a tutorial for, so you guys can find these in my channel. I might just leave a link to them in the description so you guys can check it out. And there's a Joker mask and a Deathstroke mask. So that's about it for the mask, and I really hope you guys have fun making these masks, and if you do comment me that number 5 was better than the other numbers. So let's just move on to number 4. So at number 4 I have guns. So these are paper guns that I currently own, and I had like a lot of paper guns, like about 20. Yeah, like I'm not even joking, there are a ton of SMGs. So I have a few more back there, but they're pretty inside the cardboard box, so I really can't bring them outside for shooting right now. So these are the ones that don't work. These are just for decorations: the 50 BMG, the AK-47, and the Spaz 12. So guns are at number 4 because they take some time to make, but they are better than masks because in my opinion they don't just degrade like the mask. You use them when you see them, you want to handle them, but masks, they take time to wear, so it's pretty hard to use them. So there is the guns, that's in the number 4 list. So let's move back to the desks to show you the number 3. So these ones are the gears that I'm putting in number 3. This one isn't exactly a gear, but it's still a kind of a gear because it's partially a weapon, but it's like, you don't really use it as a weapon. Most of the time you just use it as a decoration or a piece to go with your main weapon. So at number 3 we have gears. So this one is a real gear that I'm talking about. It's like gloves or like arms or accessories. So that's at number 3 because you just use them more often. I'll just try and put this on my hand to show you guys. So this one especially is a very old paper craft that I'm still using on my day-to-day life. That is because it's easy to put on, it doesn't degrade, and it's functionable. It feels functionable, and it's cool looking as well. So that's why gears are at number 3. They don't get dusty pretty quick, and they go pretty good with weapons. So if you are like pretty bored, or you're an old craftsman who knows how to craft stuffs like really good, then you might want to try going into harder gears like this one. This one especially is pretty solid. And there's one more back there. This one is my highest viewed creation, the Infinity Gauntlet. I just added the infinity mark. I don't know why I did that, but still, that is, as you can see, that is one of my highest viewed videos. So actually that is the most highest viewed video, so you might want to try making gears just for fun. So yeah, these are pretty good. Gears, as I told you, these are awesome, but they do have a slight disadvantage, because if you don't use them too often, you get like kind of bored of them, and you might want to switch series. Like I was into endgame, so I made a ton of Infinity Gauntlets, but after that I kind of got bored of it, so I changed my style and then I stopped using them. So that's why gears might not just be your #1 pick on making. So moving on to the number 2. At number 2 we have swords, or weapons. You can just do swords because they are the best weapons in my opinion. They are easy to make, they are effective. You can, if you learn some cool tricks, you get addicted to them. So these are the ones that you don't usually get bored of. Like I've like regretted making swords. I haven't made one forever, but I tried making one like a couple of days ago. It's this one. This one is my strongest weapon at the moment. It's a katana from Demon Slayer, but it's my own version. So I got addicted to it and I learned some cool tricks like that. So then you get really addicted to them. Like I've used that word a couple of times already, but still, like, I really mean it. You have to try making swords if you're really bored of paper crafts. And they don't take really much time unless you're trying to decorate them like this guy. So this one has a ton of decorations, so that might take a long time. And I've put out a tutorial on swords in my channel already, so you can check that out. Swords are my number 2 pick. So I think I have one more weapon I'd like to show you guys. I'll quickly bring it out. Okay, now I have this weapon that I have brought out just as a disclaimer not to make these kinds of weapons. It is still a sword, and I do not encourage you guys to make these kind of, because this was made with a adult supervision, so that's why I have this thing. But if you guys want to make like a really strong, a real effective sword like this one, that's pretty barbed wired, you just need adult supervision, and they will pretty much not allow you to make one. So yeah, try and keep these guys away from you as far as possible, and try and make real paper crafts like this one, which I can hold with both my hands, and it's pretty solid as well. So yeah, that's my number 2 pick. Really encourage you guys to make weapons. Now moving on to number 2 pick, I'll just put this aside. I have action figures. So this one is my favorite thing to make with paper. Well, I made like a ton, like literal about 100 action figures when I was 11. That was before my channel started, and I shifted places, so I like dropped many of them back in the old place, so I really don't have all my action figures. But these 2 ones are my latest ones, and I'd like to show these 2 because these are like literal masterpieces. So this one is Dream action figure. I put out a tutorial for this one already, so I'll link it in the description if you need it. And then so this types have like pretty wiggly legs, pretty bendable. So this one is another type, which is a bendable but doesn't have tight joints. So I'd say try and go for these bendables one instead of tight joint one, because the tight joints are usually used for stop motions, and these one are used for decorations and just some, you know, pretend plays, like game plays. Imagine role-playing type stuff. So, and while making the tight joints one, it really takes a long time, but if you're gonna make these ones, you can make like 10 of them, and in the same time you can just make one of the tight joint ones. So yeah, action figures come in my number 1 list. They are really good. I have a playlist of action figures, you can go check it out as well. And this one is my favorite. It's really cool. It's Deku from My Hero Academia, and he has the tiny little details as well, so you can just add cool details. My number 1 favorite action figure would be a Deadpool one. I don't have it at the moment. I can't remember where I put it, but it's somewhere in my channel as well. So that's the action figures, but what I would not recommend you guys making is models. So models might at the first time seem same as the action figures, but this is what happens to models. You just don't play with them, you just drop them somewhere and they just get squished. So this was one of my favorite ones, but now it's just a flat piece of paper. So yeah, you want to avoid that, and if you're gonna make action figures, do it this way, because they are pretty sturdy. They won't just be squished. So that's about it for this video, I guess. I don't think there are any more pics I'd like to show you guys. Wait, there's one more action figure I just saw beside me. Now this, I was searching for a model to pick to tell you guys not to make this one. I didn't see it. This one is also a model. It doesn't have a movable hand. This was just broken. So yeah, avoid these ones as well. But if they're Terminators, you can make them. Terminators are fun to make. They really don't have much movement in their real life either, so they're pretty fine. So these are the stuffs you guys can make to spend your free time by doing paper crafts. And yeah, that's about it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you got some inspiration to do some paper crafts. And if you did, don't forget to subscribe my channel, like this video, comment me down below what should I do next in my next video. And if you have some, like, what's it called? If you're against my list, then you guys can just inform me in the comments. I'll reconsider it, but you guys really need a strong logic if you want to do that, you know. These ones are my top favorite picks, the number 5 picks. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching this video. See you next time. Bye bye.